Right, so we have just the last method. Okay, so last method is actually not another method. Well, you could say another method, but inside it is a combination of other ones, right? So you need to know other methods like formulas, cross multiply. Of course, GCF you always apply. Grouping won't happen in this section, okay? So this is called factor by substitution. Substitution, you will use this way if the brackets, you'll see a lot of brackets, right? If you scroll through the pages, right? All these questions has brackets, okay? So you will use the substitution if the brackets are, when the brackets are not GCF. Okay, you can write this down first. You will need to do substitution if you see the brackets and they are not GCF. So what I mean by that is, like if you look at GCF part, right, this page, we learned that, okay, like question I, right, A plus B, they are the same, okay? So A plus B is in the bracket, and because they are the same, right, you treat it like a GCF, you take it out, right? And then x minus 1, right? For question J, x minus 1 is a GCF. Okay, but if you see the bracket the same as GCF, then you can use substitution to help you. Okay, question K, just a quick review, right? These two, the two brackets are not the same. A minus 4, 4 minus m, they are not the same, but it's possible to make it the same by changing the sign. So in this case, you don't need substitution. You just after you change the sign, you still apply GCF. Okay, you just take out the n minus 4 out. Okay, so it's different. So let's look at the question. Okay, we'll look at one question that has they all have brackets, but one question is GCF, the other question is not. Okay, and I'll show you what I mean. So question A, right, this one. So what's the GCF here? You sure?
W plus 1.
Yeah, W plus 1 is the same for both, right? Both terms, they both have W plus 1. So take W plus 1 out, right? This one we can label it. This one is the GCF, right? So this one you don't need a substitution, okay? You just do it normally like before. So you'll be left with 4x plus 5y, okay? So this one everyone should have no problem. Now you move on to the next one, okay? The question on the right side. Okay, you have brackets as well, right? So brackets, you see the first term, right, has the 2x plus 4. Second term has 2x plus 4 as well. But then the third term, it doesn't have 2x plus 4. So you cannot just take 2x plus 4 out, okay? So this one is the one that the brackets, right, when the bracket is GCF, okay? Not the GCF. So we can label this one, okay? 2x plus 4 is not GCF. So this is the time you need to use substitution, okay? Substitution is supposed to make the question look easier. So meaning that we're going to let the 2x plus 4 to be replaced with a letter, okay? So we can choose a random letter that you like. So here, let's say we choose A. Okay, so the brackets, I'm going to replace it with A. I don't want to replace with X, okay, because the question already has X. Okay, so choose a different letter that's not in the question. So if I replace it, then the question will now become 3A squared, right? Because the bracket becomes the A, minus 5A plus 2. Okay, after substitution, the question look like we can apply cross multiply, right? So let's factor this one, okay? Can you guys try this one? Factor the 3x squared minus 5a plus 2, okay? When you finish this one, you can raise your hand. Have you guys found the pairs yet? Okay, just factor the one with the a, okay? The front, not much choice, right? The front is just 3a and a. Right? Okay, Brendan, what's the other pair?
1 and -2.
1 and -2. But if you multiply 1 and -2, that will give you a -2 for the third term. But we want +2 on the right side, right? One and -2 won't work. So try again.
-1, -2.
Yeah, okay, it has to be both negative, right? Both negative to make a +2. But when you do the cross multiply, does it work?
No.
So what should we do? What other options? What other way? Yeah.
-2 and -1.
Yeah, you could also swap the number around, right? Up, down, right? So now if you cross multiply, you get -3a and -2a. Now it matches, okay? Sometimes it doesn't work. You either swap the sign or swap the numbers, okay? So when we write the brackets, Aaron, how do we write the brackets?
Bracket 3
A,
subtract 1.
subtract 2, right?
Yeah.
You need to go horizontal when you write the answer. Okay, and the other one?
A subtract 1.
Yeah, A subtract 1, okay? Once you found a pair, your answer, you have to go horizontally, okay? Do not go with a cross, okay? Cross is for checking. But this is not finished yet, okay? Because the original question, it doesn't have A. A is just to help us figure out the cross multiply. So now we need to replace the A with the brackets. Okay, the yellow highlighted, 2x plus 4. So that part needs to go in. Remember, you need to keep the brackets, okay, of the substitution, okay? So I'll make a square bracket for the outside one. A will be 2x plus 4. And then the other A is 2x plus 4. Okay, any question about this step, how we get here? Can you raise your hand if you understand up to here? Okay, so once you get here, all we need to do is just simplify inside the brackets. Okay, so we're gonna expand everything inside. So that would give us 6x right? And then plus 12, plus 12 minus 2. So that's 10, right? A little bit mental math. And then 2x plus 4 minus 1, so that will give us 2x plus 3. Okay? So Nathan, are we done here?
No.
Because
You could still do like GCF.
from
You could
what?
take out like 2x.
2x?
Actually, just x.
X? Where? From which bracket?
Actually, never mind. I think we're done.
You think we're done?
Yeah.
Okay. If you think you're done, can you raise your hand? No one raise your hand. So are we done or not? So everyone think it's not done? Why is it not done? Colin?
You can do 2 bracket 3x plus 5.
So there's a GCF from which bracket?
6x plus 10.
Yeah, okay. So you need to examine, right? Double check again. Like I said, the very first method, right? 6x plus 10, there's GCF inside. So you need to take it out. Okay, so that gives you 2 on the outside, 3x plus 5. When you check GCF, you check each bracket separately. Okay, you don't check both at the same time. And then for the second one, there's nothing to take out. You just copy it again. Okay, so now you learn so many methods, right? So you need to be careful whether your answer, right, is the final answer or not. Okay, many of you, some of you may be stopping at here. Then you lose little mark at the end, right? Almost done, right? Just one step more. Okay, so let's try another one, okay? Let's take a look. Okay, let me pick something that's a bit harder. Okay, we'll look at next page, okay? So let's say question F. Let's do question F together. Okay, remember we said if the brackets are not GCF, then we need substitution, right? So you look at the first term, this bracket is 5x minus 2, right? Second term is different. So obviously it's not the same, not common factor. So it's not GCF, but because the brackets are not the same, we need 2 substitutions. So let's just use A and B, okay? We'll write it on the side. 5x minus 2 is the A. 3x minus 4 is the B. Okay, so if I do that, then the question simplifies just into A squared minus B squared, right? And this one is a formula, right? 2 terms with a subtraction in the middle, right? So the factor for this one becomes what? Eric, how do you factor this one?
A plus B times A minus B.
Yeah, A plus B times A minus B. I'm gonna use square brackets, right? Because later we need to replace it. Now the tricky part is when you put it back, okay? If I write it like this, right, I'm placing the A and B back now. 5x minus 2 plus 3x minus 4. Oops, square brackets there. Okay. And then the other one is 5x minus 2, which is the A, minus B, 3x minus 4. Does anyone see any mistake here? Can you raise your hand if you see a mistake? Just 2 people? 3, 4? Okay, Aaron, what's the mistake here?
You're
Huh?
you're missing the brackets
Missing the brackets on which one?
on like all of them.
All of them, yeah. But which one matters the most?
The 3x minus 4.
In which one? First
Or
part
the
of,
second one, because when you're multiplying the negative in.
yeah, okay, very good, okay. The one that matters the most is this one, the one in the red, okay, because without the brackets, if there's no bracket, then the minus doesn't go in, doesn't share in, okay? This minus at the front should go in when you try to simplify, right? So if you forgot to put brackets, then you will forget to multiply in the negative, okay? So that's why I always keep the brackets. The other ones doesn't really matter because it's adding and also at the front, but just to be safe, right? Always put the brackets, okay? Remember that for your homework. So once you get here, right, all we need to do is just simplify each one. Okay, so combine the like terms, 5x plus 3x, that's 8x. Minus 2 minus 4, that's minus 6. Okay, so I'll let you guys simplify the second one, okay? Raise your hand when you finish simplifying the second one. Okay, Colin, Eric, and Nathan, any trouble simplifying the second part? Are you done, Eric and Nathan? Eric,
I'm still doing it, not yet.
okay, tell us your answer when you're done, okay?
Jason,
Yeah,
how
Nathan.
do you get 8x taken with 6 again? Is it like foiling? Oh, no, it's not foiling.
No, we are just adding, combining like term, right? You see between the two red brackets adding, right? So you just add the 5x, 3x together.
Is it 2x plus 2?
Okay, and then, okay, let me answer this part. And then the minus 2 plus negative 4 give you negative 6. Make sense, Nathan?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yup.
Okay. Eric, what's your answer? You said 2x. Eric,
2x plus 2.
okay, 2x plus 2. Okay, does anyone have trouble about this one? That's correct. 2x plus 2. So are we done? Colin, are we done here?
You can still take away 2
From
both.
both. Okay, so that means 2 from the first one,
So you
right?
take 4.
Yeah, same as taking out 4. Okay, so just keep in mind you take out 2 from each one. So you have 4x plus 3. Right, that's after 2 taken out. Another 2 taken out from the second bracket. Both 2, when they go outside, they multiply together. Okay, so they give you 4. If you take a 2 out from one, take a 3 out from the other, outside is 6. Okay, you don't add them up, it's multiplying because factor is all multiplying together. And you just double check one more time, right? Just to be safe. No more GCF, then we're done. Okay, so you can see that now factoring can get more work, right? And it's not that simple anymore because you got all the methods mixed together. This one needs formula, right? And then the last question we did needs cross multiply, right? And then with the substitution at the end, you need to double check GCF. So you got to be very careful, right? Okay, let's see if let's pick another one here. Okay, I is an interesting one. Okay, let's look at I together. Okay, question I. We see brackets, right? So do you think the brackets here are GCF or not? If you think they are GCF, can you raise your hand? So not GCF. Okay. Yosher, what do you think? It's not GCF?
Not yet, but
Not yet, okay. Can we make it into GCF?
yes.
How?
You take a negative out of the last bracket.
Okay, so we can change the sign, right? Because they are all different by one sign. X is positive for the first two brackets, but then negative for the second one, right? And then the 1 is minus for the first two, but then positive for the last one. So it's just opposite sign. So when that happens, we can change the sign by making the 7 into minus. Okay, and then the inside can change sign, so it becomes the same. Okay, so that's how you can, even though at first they are not GCF, they are not the same, but then this one is possible to make it the same. Okay, so if GCF is the brackets, then we just take it all out. Okay, factor the GCF out. So what's left now? Colin, what do we take out?
X minus 1.
Yeah. And Nathan, can you tell us what's left? Nathan, are you there?
You're like, you have static in my computer, Jason. Can you say it again?
Yeah, so now we take out the x minus 1.
4x squared, take away 3x, take away 7.
Yeah. Okay, so are we done here? We have 3 terms, right? So you got to check. Maybe it's possible to factor more, maybe it's not, but you got to try, okay? So I'll let you guys try here. If you think it's done, then you raise your hand. If you found out the more factor, okay, then finish the factor and raise your hand. Okay. All right. So Aaron, can we do more or no?
We can
Okay. So what's the 2 more factor then?
4x subtract 7, and then the other one's x plus 1.
X plus 1. Okay, let's double check, see if that works. So 4x and x, looks like you use that one, and negative 7 and 1. So that makes minus 7x plus 4x That's negative 3x. Yeah, very good. Okay, so this one you get the final answer should be here. So don't forget to check, right? When you check, not only you check for GCF, right? You look at, oh, we have 3 terms, so maybe we could cross multiply. If it doesn't work at all, then your answer will be the second line. Okay, otherwise you have to move on. Okay. Okay, let's do another one here. Okay, we'll just pick the more harder ones, right? So you guys, when you do the homework, you can look at these examples for when you run into trouble, right? Let's look at L. Okay, this time I'll leave it to you guys to try it out, okay? See if you can get all the way to the end. So raise your hand when you think you have finished factoring completely.
Jason, can I see the other question we did again? Okay, thank you.
Let's look at L now, okay? So, Yosher, what's your final answer look like?
C plus 2 bracket cubed
Oh, cube, okay.
C minus 2.
C minus 2. Anything else? That's all?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Brandon, how about you?
I got the same thing.
Same thing, okay. Colin?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So this one, right, the brackets you check, right, they are all the same. This time the brackets is GCF, then you don't need substitution. You just take it out, okay? C squared minus 4, take out. C squared plus 4C plus 4. And then you're left with 3 terms. We check if we can factor more. So it looks like we can, right? C, and 2, 2. Okay, so we got C squared minus 4. Oh, and then just be careful, right? We look at the first bracket. Oh, we have 2 terms, and a subtract. So that's a formula, right? We could do 2 methods at the same time. Okay, so this is a good review for all the methods that we learned before. We not only we have GCF, we have formula here, we have cross multiply, right? Combination of everything. So the first brackets becomes C plus 2, C minus 2. And then the second bracket give you c plus 2 squared, right? Because you have two of them the same. So this part give you this part. Okay? And then the second bracket give you the square. And then you can see the c plus 2 you have here, and c plus 2 again combined together give you the cube. Okay, so that's where the cube come from. I think we can do one more. Okay, let's pick another one. Let me see which one should we pick. Okay, question D. Okay, question D. All right. So same thing, I'll let you guys work on your own first. When you get a final answer, you can raise your hand. Okay, Nathan, how do we start? Have you got anything?
It has no GCF, so I'm pretty sure if you like do like x plus y, like the variables and stuff.
Does it have GCF or no?
I mean, like you could like switch x and y around.
Yeah, so there's GCF, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so what do you take out outside?
x plus y.
Okay, anything else?
You could take out like, because outside like 3t squared x and 6 negatives, they have like you could take out a 3tx.
Okay, so we could also take out 3tx. So this one has a bigger GCF, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then what's left?
T take away 2.
T take away 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Right. So sometimes the GCF, right? The why I picked this one is for you to see that not just the brackets, right, could be GCF. You don't forget if you have the same letter, right, it could also be GCF. Okay. So this whole part here is GCF. Okay. So the other ones, right? Just be careful with the sign, especially like question F, right? When there's a subtraction with the brackets, okay, make sure you keep the brackets, okay, otherwise should be fine, okay. All these are different kinds of questions, so when you run into trouble, don't know what to do in the homework, just go back to these example that we did in class, okay. So we finish here, and then I'll see you guys next class. If you have questions about your school, you can stay after class, okay, otherwise I'll see you next week. Okay, have a great
Thank
week.
you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye.